Joining me right now is the head MMA BJJ coach at Fairtex Gym in Pattaya, Thailand, Bruno Carvalho. What's going on? Welcome to Kumite Radio.
Oh, thank you guys for having me. It's all good out here.
Yeah, it looks, Thailand is a beautiful country, right?
Oh, yes, man. Thailand is great. Fairtex is being great so far. New gym, huge facilities, and yeah, nice. We're putting together a nice team.
How long have you been in Thailand?
Whoa, it's been a long time back and forth, but I was living out at West Chiang Mai for about 2 years, and then I went home. I got a baby, so I had to go home. Stayed home for the year, and then I got the invitation for Fairtex, and yeah, now I'm back.
Have you been going back and forth, or are you now living in Thailand permanently?
I'm now in Fairtex. Yeah, that's my new position now.
All right, now how did that happen? How did they reach out to you? How did you guys connect?
Firstly through one of my guys and one of my black belts, the out in Thailand, Jason
Mm.
Sparky. He came to visit and became the general manager for the Fairtex on the business area. And then when they decided to do the MMA gym, they contacted me, and it was a kind of surprise in the beginning, but well, I thought it was a good idea to just connect my name with the brand like Fairtex and truly believe on what they think, what they're doing. So I think it's a good connection.
Yes, the Fairtex brand is huge all around the world. So connecting your name to that, it must be something that you can be proud of.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get into the MMA team. Since you're the head coach, you're running all the practices, you're doing everything, guiding the fighters. Now, who do you have over there?
So we have Mark Beer now. That's the UFC heavyweight. I have Mark Abelardo, who used to fight for PXC. One. I have JD. We have a couple of girls that are Stamp is our main Muay Thai that just transitioned to MMA and signed with the One FC Warrior. We have Grace. Wow. Well, we just got Gail this week from England, and we actually just like the gym literally for the MMA just started from January 1st.
Mm.
So we get a lot of people coming for tryouts, and s- we're still working on building a new team. We get a lot of the Muay Thai guys that came. We have a lot of old MMA guys already here, but the original team hasn't really started yet. We
Now,
we're getting a lot of people applying, so we starting and checking CVs and everything for that.
so
Yeah.
if I'm a fighter, let's say I have 10, 15 fights, professional fights, and I want to get sponsored, how would I go to Fairtex and get training over there or join the team?
The best thing, yeah, the best thing would be to contact us from through email or social media, mostly at the Fairtex page and on Facebook. There where people do a lot of messages, and our our staff's gonna answer and then make a couple of questions, make a test. We're going through the same process with everybody. Doesn't matter what level you are. We're going through the same process because you want to build the right team with a family atmosphere and nice and friendly, and not
Do,
just have a bunch of fighters.
for you, you're the new coach. You're coming in. The gym is brand new. You're building a team. Is this what your career is going to be now? Are you going to focus more on coaching rather than fighting?
Yeah, I'm harder. I'm focused going more towards the coaching area. I'm pretty happy where I am right now with the job at Fairtex. I just got a newborn son, 5 months, and I'm happy with my family. And with the opportunity to work here and coaching with a lot of guys. So I still training myself every day, and with a good offer and good and a good place fighting, for sure I would make it. But I'm more happy. These guys just recovered today. I'm uh, I'm happy with the coaching job right now.
Now, as you go towards more coaching, is there something that you add to your like your everyday life that's different than when you were a fighter?
Yeah, it's a little, it's still a process in my mind. It's like I get up every day like getting ready to train and get ready for a fight like I used to since I was born, because I started competing since I was 3 years old when when I first fought in judo my first time, and from there on I've been competing my whole life till I'm 35. Now I'm soon 36, so it's gonna be, I think it's gonna take a while for me to adjust for the only coaching. So I come and I train with the guys every day. I run all the practices in the morning and evening, and I even run some of the conditioning classes. And I still find time to come train with my family, train with my wife, and train myself. Like I said, to be ready. I really, I really, it's a lifestyle for me. So I really enjoy being ready. I really enjoy training, and I really enjoy being on the mats, even for MMA, judo, jiu-jitsu, everything I do, wrestling, and everything I've been competing and I do. So I'm adjusted to this process. It's a little different, but I'm getting used to it right by now.
Now, you last fought in October of 2016. And
Yeah.
like you said, you're going more towards coaching now, but before that, why did you not fight for so long?
I think was adjusting. I don't. I had a bad knee injury, and that's exactly what I had on my last fight.
Mm.
I couldn't continue the fight because of my knee injury. I had a torn ACL, and I still fought. I got the fight in Korea, as you saw it. I did it, but going through camps was getting harder and harder,
Mm.
and so I was taking a little longer. Before I took a lot of fights over and over with short notes, long, or everything that pops up, I was fighting. So that was mainly like injuries. Injuries was what kept me in the base for a while, and what keeps me out of today of fighting mostly and going towards coaching is mostly for injuries.
Uh,
Yeah, I
now,
have I broke my arm, then I had a torn ACL, I had a herniate on the neck and
oh,
lower back, so it's pretty hard.
it,
The sport is pretty hard.
that is definitely a lot of injuries. That is very hard for anybody just living a regular
Yeah,
life.
uh, exactly.
Now, you've been to, you started in Brazil. Of course, you're Brazilian. You went to Europe for many, many years, and now
Yeah.
you're in Thailand. What are the differences of training in all these different countries for you?
Uh, yeah, it's all different mentalities. The good thing with Brazil and Thailand is the weather. It makes a lot easy. I think even for the injuries, like most of my injuries happen in Europe. When it's cold, you need a lot more. Like you need to get really warm up and get ready for sessions. And when you're young and hungry, a lot of people miss on it. And we used to just jump in the gym and spar without even break a sweat before. Just put the gloves on and go. While now, especially as a coach, I see and I get the guys doing a lot of mobility warm up and dynamic warm up before every session should not get them going through the same things I'm going now, and to have a longer career and everything like that. I think, but training wise, I think The Brazilian people are really tough. They are very hungry for fighting. That's in the blood. In Thailand, they have the good stand up and they start to understand Muay Thai now. And they also like a third world country and have that fighting mentality really hard. While in Europe, it's the guys like they can put a lot of things together much better with all the wrestling, Muay Thai. They are more thinkers, and there's a lot more specific training than like Brazil and Thailand. Brazil and Thailand is more about going to fight, and Europe is you have a lot more of mentality training and physical conditioning together and putting wrestling with every jiu-jitsu and making the MMA game all around.
Did training in Europe change your game a lot?
Yes, it did a lot. I I one well I was born and raised doing judo for my whole childhood and till I started to mainly compete in jiu-jitsu and wrestling. So when I went to Europe, I didn't really do any much of boxing and Muay Thai, and I focused on it. I went to Holland a lot of times. I trained with Alistair over there and improved a lot of stand up. I competed in Greco-Roman wrestling a lot of times, what was very different for me, and and then got back to freestyle wrestling with good coaches like Babak, one of the best coaches in Sweden for freestyle wrestling, and yeah, I had a lot of adapted my game a lot more in Europe than in Brazil. In Brazil, like I said, it's more about just fighting. We would just finish a gi session, take off the top, put gloves on, and go.
Well, you have so much knowledge over the years. You've
Thank
been
you.
training and fighting and coaching. The Thai fighters that are coming up in your gym now, they must be, so thankful for your knowledge that you're bringing, right?
Yeah, I really, yeah, it's really nice to see a lot of the new generation and even some of the old Thai fighters coming and learning from what I can help, and it's really nice. Thailand is been a really country for me so far.
All right, last question. What do you
Yeah.
see in the future of Thai MMA? Because right now, Thai MMA is kind of new.
I see a very bright future for Thai MMA. I think if you watch it in Victor today, there was a lot of people fighting out of Thailand.
Hmm.
They have the new Luma, who was just 21 and had her international debut, her first pro MMA fight at Invicta, and was amazing. Then we had another girl from Tiger fighting. We have from Team Quest, we have Piak fighting at one at the top level now, 9-0. And here we have Y2K, we have Stamp who just signed with one and only just became 20 years old now. And like I said, they have the fighting mentality already, and now they're learning to put it into an MMA. What is good that now not only here, like here I'm putting my knowledge, but I know other gyms are bringing foreigners as well and Americans, Brazilians, more specific training for them. So I really think it's gonna be really huge in Thailand for MMA in the future. One FC is coming big in Thailand. Hopefully other shows are coming, and well, mostly every day in Thailand is fighting on TV. So either Muay Thai or MMA. So they love it. They love it, and for sure, when you put your passion, your heart in something, that's what makes you good at it, and that's what Thais are good at. They put in their heart into fighting.
You are the head coach of Fairtex now, and you are going to be, I think, one of the coaches that will be in the history books of Thai MMA by bringing up Stamp Fairtex and Y2K and these types of fighters, right? Because they're the new stars, they're the new generation, and
Exactly.
I respect that about you, that you are bringing your knowledge to them and helping them out. That's great.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm really happy to do it. Like I I always I always learn that gifting life, they like you have it when you get a gift in life, it's the purpose of it is to give it away, and I'm very happy to helping those guys, and I appreciate how much they like it and how they look up to me, and even though like I'm not that much older than them, but they have such a respect, and I think they have a bright future now.
All right, thank you for your time, Bruno. And if you're in Thailand, if you're in Pattaya, go to Fairtex gym, check Bruno
For
out, take
sure.
his classes, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'll see you around.
You are welcome. I hope I see you more times, man.
All right, for sure.